Archangel Michael says, the veil that once separated truth from illusion is lifting tonight, and once it begins, there's no going back. A storm of confessions has been building in silence, and now, the first drop has fallen. You were never supposed to hear what's coming, but heaven is clearing the path for truth to march in uninvited. The moment they decided to speak was not out of guilt, it was out of fear that the silence would curse them forever. They have seen signs they can't ignore anymore. Their world has been trembling at the weight of what they buried, and now that weight has cracked the surface. Someone who once smiled in your face is breaking down behind closed doors. Their hands shake when they hear your name. And tonight, the weight of what they've done will finally break the dam. In the quiet hours, when most souls drift to sleep, one person will not find rest. Their dreams are filled with you, your eyes, your voice, the very things they once tried to erase with lies. But nothing can erase what is etched by heaven itself. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Their truth is going to hurt, but it will also heal you. Because the pain you've carried in confusion will finally find its answers. The missing piece of your puzzle is being delivered through trembling lips. Your name has been whispered in secret circles for far too long. This night, it's about to echo through truth. What they hid from you is now chasing them like a ghost they can't outrun. It's no accident you're reading this at this very hour. Archangel Michael has opened a divine channel to protect you as this revelation comes. The truth they tried to hide from you was built on weak foundations, and now the collapse has begun. This message will sting the ones who tried to keep you blind, but it will set fire to your purpose. For every night you cried asking for clarity, heaven took notes. And tonight, the response comes wrapped in trembling voices and desperate apologies. Type Amen to get blessing 918. There is someone who watched you grow in strength, even while trying to keep you weak. They planted rumors with poison in them, yet the flowers in your life still bloomed. That alone made them fear you more than anything. They thought silence was safety. They thought hiding behind others would shield them. But they never knew how closely angels were watching every step, every word, every secret they tucked under the rug. There's a phone call coming. It may not be tonight, but its trigger starts tonight. The words spoken will not just shock you, they will change the way you see everything. Archangel Michael says, tonight is a spiritual explosion. What they've hidden will no longer be able to hide, because divine timing has no delay. And your spirit, strong as it is, has been prepared for this moment. Type Amen to get blessing 707. There's a man whose hands once held the power to protect you, yet he used them to harm your future. That man is finally cracking. The lies he wore like armor are melting under the pressure of exposure. And there's a woman, too. She wore a smile like a mask, pretending loyalty while selling your name to those who mocked you. Her mask is coming off, and the truth she carries will leave her speechless when you confront her without fear. What they planned against you was meant to keep you confused, always one step behind. But tonight reverses that plan. The confusion is leaving your life, and those who caused it are now living in it. You're going to see someone's name appear again. A name you once erased from your phone, your memories, your prayers. That name is about to return, but this time not with games, but with shaking hands and eyes that can't lie anymore. Type Amen to get blessing 844. The hidden file. The message they deleted. The picture they never meant for you to find, all of it is crawling back to the surface. You'll discover something that was always meant for you to know. Don't ignore the sudden urge to check a drawer, a device, an old message. That moment will be spirit-led. Because the truth isn't just being told, it's being delivered straight to your spirit. Every time you forgave them without knowing the full truth, heaven wrote it down. That mercy is now becoming your shield. And they'll wonder how you're standing so tall when everything they built to confuse you is crashing at their feet. Someone who never believed in consequences is about to experience one so divine, they'll never forget it. Because no lie can survive once the angels move in. And tonight, Archangel Michael is circling. Type Amen to get blessing 228. You're going to feel a shift in the air. It might come as a breath, a chill, or a sudden knowing. That's not anxiety, it's divine alignment. They tried to turn people against you by twisting your words. But those same people are about to come back around with heads hung low. Because the truth has begun to haunt them, even in their sleep. Expect a message that feels out of place. Expect a voice that trembles when they speak. Expect someone who once left you confused to now beg for your understanding. You never needed to fight back. Heaven was documenting everything. And tonight, those records are being released from the spiritual vaults and landing right into the hearts of those who wronged you. Type Amen to get blessing 122. This is more than a confession. This is spiritual surrender. Someone who used to think they had the upper hand has realized you were always the one chosen. The door they closed on you is now becoming their own prison. You've been set free from the spell of confusion and betrayal. But they are now locked inside what they built. When they said you wouldn't make it without them, heaven laughed. Because God was already opening doors they couldn't see. And now, those doors are swinging wide. There will be tears, not from you, but from them. Tears that confess, tears that admit, tears that say, I was wrong. And those tears will be the beginning of your restoration. Type Amen to get blessing 515. There's a place you avoided visiting. A location, a home, a setting that holds history. You'll find yourself drawn to it soon, not by coincidence, but by divine design. Because someone left something there for you. A note, an item, a clue to the truth they never had the courage to speak. And now it's ready to be found. Archangel Michael says, the silence has broken. The truth isn't just coming, it's already arrived in small whispers. And soon it will roar like thunder through your spirit. Someone who swore they'd never speak again will be the first to reach out. Because they know you've changed. And the power they once had over your emotions is gone. Type Amen to get blessing 633. Watch your dreams tonight. Watch what images appear. You will be visited by symbols and signs that are more real than reality. You may even wake with the feeling that something shifted, because it did. This is not just emotional, it is spiritual justice in motion. You're being lifted into revelation. For so long, you wondered if they even cared. Now they do, but it's too late to erase what heaven has seen. All they can do now is confess. What was once a quiet lie has turned into a raging truth. And the only place they can find peace is through your forgiveness. But you will choose how that chapter ends. Type Amen to get blessing 909. Your strength has been noticed. Not just by humans, but by realms unseen. You didn't fold when they pressured you to. Now you're going to rise without needing to explain anything. Because the truth will speak louder than any defense you ever could have made. And those who stood against you will feel the shift. A journal entry, a voice recording, an email left unsent, all will come to the surface. What they forgot they had hidden is now being found by others. And soon, you will be holding undeniable proof. Don't be surprised when people start to act nervous around you. They're sensing something they can't explain. Because spiritually, the atmosphere around you is changing. Type Amen to get blessing 303. What once made you cry now empowers you. What once confused you now guides you. And what once held you back is now breaking apart. This moment will mark a new chapter. You'll hear the truth in their voice even before they speak. Because your discernment has grown sharper than ever. You will smile, not out of revenge, but because you finally know. And knowing will set your spirit on fire with purpose. Every wound will now become a weapon of wisdom. So tonight, when the world goes quiet, listen closely. Not to noise, but to the whispers between dimensions. Because the truth that's coming was always yours, it just had to be released in divine timing. Type Amen to get blessing 411. They are terrified. Not of you. But of the version of you that survived their silence. The version of you that cannot be manipulated anymore. This is your night. Heaven's portal has opened for this truth to land in your lap. And you will rise, not as a victim, but as one chosen to expose and elevate. Archangel Michael says, they never thought you'd be this strong. But now they will have no choice but to confess. And when they do, your spirit will finally exhale the pain of unanswered questions. Every tear, every prayer, every confused heartbeat is being rewritten with clarity. Let them tremble. Your truth is no longer hidden, it's on its way to you tonight. Somewhere in the distance, someone is pacing back and forth, rehearsing what they're finally going to say. Every time they try to silence the truth again, something unseen grips their throat, pushing them to speak. They are haunted now, haunted by the weight of your name, the truth they buried, and the justice they cannot outrun anymore. Their dreams aren't letting them sleep, their mirrors aren't reflecting peace. Because what they did to you is returning in full force. This is not karma, this is divine correction, carried out with precision. You will receive an unexpected message from someone who was silent for too long. Their words will sound strange at first, almost unsure. That's because guilt is speaking louder than their pride now. Don't be surprised if someone who once laughed at your pain starts to cry in front of you. It won't be for show, it will be because they can no longer carry what they hid. And the angels are no longer allowing the silence to protect them. Type Amen to get blessing 641. Your light has always disturbed their darkness. They used gossip to try to dim it, but it only made you brighter. They used confusion to trap you, but you broke free before they even realized it. Archangel Michael says, you were chosen not to break, but to expose. And now, the revealing begins. Heaven is not asking you to seek revenge, it's asking you to remain seated and watch divine justice unfold. Every time you thought, I don't understand why they're doing this, heaven understood. Every time you cried in silence, angels took those tears and planted them. Now, you are about to reap clarity. Someone held on to a piece of your truth like it gave them power. But tonight, that piece will burn in their hands. Because it was never theirs to hold. Type Amen to get blessing 373. There is a gathering happening, not in public, but behind the scenes. People are speaking your name in regret. They're remembering how kind you were, how undeserving you were of what they did. This is not an apology letter written on paper, this is a cry in the spirit, and it's loud. They are spiritually restless, and your name is the reason. The angels are pressing on their souls with truth, and they can no longer breathe under the weight. You will hear someone say, I don't know what came over me. But you will know exactly what it is, it's justice. It's the moment heaven said, no more delay. Someone is being pushed to tell you everything. Not just bits. Not just the convenient version. But the whole storm of it. Type Amen to get blessing 525. They can no longer pretend. Not when their conscience is screaming your name. Not when your presence is showing up in places they never expected. You are about to become undeniable. The one they overlooked is now the one they cannot escape. The same voices that once denied you are now the ones echoing with guilt. You are being watched, this time not to trap you, but to study how you've grown. You are not who they tried to reduce you to. You are far beyond what they imagined. The power of the truth is this, it doesn't need to be defended. It rises, it exposes, it levels everything that was built against it. And tonight, your truth is standing taller than ever before. Type Amen to get blessing 177. Someone is at their breaking point. They've spoken to others about what they did, but it's not enough anymore. The only one they need to face is you. And they will. You may hear from a blocked number. A message from a hidden account. A random bump into someone you haven't seen in years. None of it is accidental. The heavens are orchestrating every move now. Archangel Michael is positioning you to receive what was once stolen. What was once twisted is now being straightened. Prepare yourself, not for war, but for awakening. Your soul is about to receive confirmation for every moment of confusion it endured. Type Amen to get blessing 486. You may find yourself suddenly recalling moments you thought you forgot. That's because the truth is rising to the surface. Spirit never forgets what the mind tries to bury. You're not losing your mind, you're regaining your clarity. Even objects will speak. A note. A photo. A scent. The truth will visit you through unexpected portals. And when it does, your body will respond before your mind does. The person who thought they'd never be exposed is being spiritually cornered. There's no escape from what they've done. And the only way out is through truth. But truth doesn't come without pain, for them. And relief, for you. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Someone is on the verge of walking into your life, hands shaking, voice trembling. They won't know how to begin, but they'll know they must. Because what they carry is no longer theirs, it's yours. This moment isn't about revenge, it's about release. Heaven doesn't want your pain prolonged, it wants your destiny returned. And it's coming with fire and clarity. You were never crazy. You were never too sensitive. You were spiritually gifted, and they couldn't understand how someone like you could see so much without being told. And that scared them. Archangel Michael says the fear they once used against you is now consuming them. Their peace has fled. And their only hope is that you still carry mercy in your heart. Type Amen to get blessing 828. There's a reason you were instructed to remain still in certain battles. Heaven wanted every detail recorded. Every word. Every betrayal. Every whispered plan. It was all noted. And now it's all being overturned. Someone made a deal in your name. A promise behind your back. An arrangement that tried to limit your future. But it's falling apart tonight. Because what is sealed in lies cannot stand in the presence of divine light. You carry that light. That's why the lies are breaking on their own. You don't have to search for the truth anymore. It's finding you. It's being delivered on the trembling tongues of those who once thought they were in control. Type Amen to get blessing 222. They never expected you to rise like this. Quietly. Powerfully. Divinely. You will not have to demand the truth. You will not have to chase closure. It's all being handed over, because it belongs to you. This moment is more than a shift. It's a prophetic reordering of everything they tried to distort. They covered it in darkness, but light is piercing through. Don't fear the message that arrives late at night. Don't reject the dream that brings back their face. These are all keys, divine access points to your next level. What was once a threat is now your testimony. Type Amen to get blessing 636. The reason this message found you now is because your spirit is ready. Ready not just to hear the truth, but to stand in it. To walk in it. To wear it like armor. You were not made to be confused forever. You were made to uncover, to expose, to rise. And tonight, the rising begins. No one can cover the truth that heaven wants revealed. It will come through unexpected mouths. It will echo in unlikely places. But you will recognize it the moment it touches your soul. It will feel like fire and water all at once. A burn of revelation. A wash of peace. And in that moment, you'll know. Everything is different now. Archangel Michael says, you have walked through the storm they sent to destroy you, and now the thunder is turning against them. They crafted silence like a weapon, thinking it would keep you stuck. But they never considered what happens when divine timing steps in. There are truths shaking beneath the floorboards of their soul. They are sweating in spaces you cannot see, rehearsing apologies they never thought they'd say. And soon, what was hidden will burst into the open like fire breaking through glass. They told themselves you'd never find out. That time would cover it all. But tonight, time is working against them, not for them. Their secrets are no longer safe in silence. Heaven has pulled back the curtain. What they whispered in hidden corners is echoing now like thunder across their life. Type Amen to get blessing 474. Someone you once loved is losing their grip. They had a plan to return to your life with more lies, more illusions. But now, the truth has cornered them before they could act. And they know, the next time they see you, they will have no choice but to speak what burns inside. You will see the cracks in their voice. Their energy will shift when you look at them. That's not your imagination, that's spiritual authority returning to its rightful place. Your peace has been delayed long enough. Your justice has waited too long. Tonight ends that waiting. This is divine strategy. They tried to interrupt your timeline, but they accidentally activated your promotion. Because what they meant for confusion, God is turning into clarity. Type Amen to get blessing 288. You will notice people acting strange. They will stammer, avoid eye contact, speak in half-truths. That is the pressure of exposure pulling them apart from the inside. They are not afraid of you, they are afraid of what you now know without even hearing it. Because your spirit has already caught the scent of truth. And it is chasing you down with answers. They once relied on others to carry their lies, but those carriers are defecting. They are no longer willing to suffer for someone else's deception. So now, the truth will come out faster than they can stop it. What they said behind your back will be repeated in front of your face. Not by accident, but by spiritual command. The angels are not asking anymore, they're declaring it. Type Amen to get blessing 774. Someone's child has been speaking your name. Someone innocent has asked, what happened to them? And that question has pierced the conscience of the guilty. Because children see what adults try to bury. You were never the villain in their story. But they painted you that way to justify their actions. Now, even they are starting to believe the truth they buried for so long. Don't be surprised if someone collapses mid-sentence when speaking to you. Not physically, but emotionally. Their walls will come down. Their pride will shatter. Because truth makes cowards of the guilty and warriors of the faithful. The other is tired of protecting what broke you. The one who finally breaks will be the one you least expect. They will tell the truth not because they want to, but because they must. Heaven has allowed them to feel what you once felt: confusion, shame, isolation. The roles are reversing now. Your seat at the table is being rebuilt from the dust of their betrayal. Someone once said, "They'll never find out." That phrase is now a curse echoing through their mind. Because you have found out, and now the only thing left is for the words to be spoken. Type Amen to get blessing 588. Your spirit has become too loud to ignore. Your name has become too sacred to desecrate. The time has come for balance. They cannot buy silence anymore. They cannot manipulate perception anymore. The eyes of those around you are opening, and they see it too now. You won't even have to speak. People will start coming to you with confessions, with connections, with stories that match yours too perfectly to be coincidence. Because heaven is gathering the puzzle pieces and placing them in your hands. You will know what happened. You will know why. And you will no longer feel the need to ask. Type Amen to get blessing 717. Archangel Michael says, this isn't just justice, it's divine recovery. You're not just getting the truth, you're getting restoration. Everything that was lost because of their lies will be returned in divine timing. And for some of you, that timing is now. Your heart, which was once shattered by betrayal, is now becoming the seat of discernment. It knows who lied. It knows who stayed silent. It knows what was true all along. And it will guide you through this flood of revelation with calm strength. Because you're not who you were when they wronged you. Type Amen to get blessing 191. The person who watched you suffer is now suffering in silence. They thought you would fall apart. But you evolved instead. And that evolution is terrifying to them. You don't need an apology to be free. But you're getting one anyway, not because you need it, but because they do. They need your mercy more than you need their explanation. But you get both. That's what happens when the spiritual scales tip in your favor. You are becoming the answer to the confusion they caused. You are walking, breathing, undeniable proof that truth always finds its way home. Type Amen to get blessing 363. Look for the sudden reappearance. Someone who disappeared when things got difficult will resurface. They will say, I didn't know what to do. But you'll know that's not entirely true. They knew exactly what they were doing, but they never expected your growth to continue without their approval. That's what really scared them. Now they're returning. Not to fix you, but to face you. And heaven will be watching every word, every action, every tear. Because tonight, everything changes. Type Amen to get blessing 848. You're not imagining it, the tension in the air, the strange energy, the moments of sudden clarity. That's the atmosphere preparing for divine confrontation. Someone is being instructed to tell the truth even if it costs them everything. And for the first time, they're listening. Their silence is no longer safe. Their pride is no longer sustainable. Their guilt is consuming them like fire consumes dry leaves. They are not sleeping. They are not peaceful. They are spiraling. And your name is at the center of it all, because your truth is no longer negotiable. Type Amen to get blessing 606. The night is not dark anymore, it's glowing with revelation. This is why heaven kept you still. This is why the angels told you to wait. Because what's coming now is complete truth. No half sentences. No confused explanations. No deflections. You'll receive everything. And once it arrives, you will be able to decide what happens next. Because this truth doesn't enslave you, it empowers you. This is not the end. It's the beginning of everything they tried to prevent you from knowing. You are ready. You are rising. You are receiving. And tonight, it all begins.